From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for The Horse's Mouth here at Tommy Mac's, at my bar, of course, where you get a chance to have a seat and tell your story. Brought to you by our good friends at the Foodies Care organization, helping the hungry and the homeless. Tom Reber's here today, and we got a great panel. We're going to talk about a subject next to football and sports, probably my favorite kind of subject, fitness and wellness and taking care of ourselves. So let's get into it. With the panel, David Ramos is back from Stretch Labs. David, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Good to see you. Keep stretching.
Keep stretching out.
Yeah, that fascia, you got to break through those sometimes. Man, that's painful.
And you got to keep out. You got to keep going at it. Keep
I
working.
think I told you this before. When I was 19, my linebacker coach at Boston College told me to take Taekwondo to loosen up my hips.
Yes.
And the only way to stretch was to stretch. And people like today, because I'm flexible. I stretch all the time. In between sets, I'm normally stretching. And they're like, how'd you get flexible? I'm like, I stretched.
Right.
But you got to break through that fascia. It can be tough, man.
I trained Kung Fu. I don't think I told you
Did
that
you
last
really?
time. For the same,
Okay.
a lot of the same reasons.
Love Kung Fu, too,
Mhm.
yeah. Kung Fu was great for football. Let those linemen go by you. I love that. That helped me a ton. Great to have you back on the show. Jen Dieter's here.
Yes.
How are you, Jen, from
Great,
Real
thanks.
Movement?
Thank you.
Oh, gosh, you have so many titles. Former world cheerleader. You're a
Right.
world record holder in
Wow.
weightlifting or powerlifting.
Olympic lifting.
The Olympic
Yep,
lifting.
Olympic
Thank you
yeah,
for
yeah,
correcting
yeah.
me. You're in the games,
Yeah.
the CrossFit games. You're going into your 12th
Yeah.
CrossFit competition.
Good
Great
stuff.
to meet you.
Good stuff.
Great
Thank
to
you.
meet you. Way
Thank
to
you.
do it. Right?
I'm
That's not
excited.
easy.
Yeah, it's
To stay at it.
we all have our addictions.
It's in your blood, isn't it?
It is. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
I feel like lifting will always be in my blood. My
Mhm.
dad lifted till he got sick. He always
Mhm.
lifted. He had this fat old barbell with the iron weights, and
Yeah.
he'd be doing curls at 74, this military, and
Yeah.
I just think it's in my blood. And
Yeah.
clearly it's
Same. It's been sports for
it's
me.
in
My dad
yours.
was playing softball, old man softball, he
Yeah.
called it, until he passed away from cancer at 80.
Wow.
But like he just wanted to go out there and play,
Yeah.
as much as he could. So
Was that with the big 16-inch where you didn't need a glove? Do you remember those
yeah,
days?
yeah,
Those were
yeah,
the best.
yeah, right.
softball days. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with Real Movement. Tell
Okay.
us about Real Movement.
So it's a performance and physical therapy company.
Okay.
So our kind of pillars are on prevention, recovery, and performance. So,
Okay.
we all kind of fit into one of those categories. We're trying to either prevent something from happening,
Absolutely.
we're trying to recover from the thing, or we're trying to get better at whatever it is that we're excited about to perform.
Okay.
So it's the company kind of morphed into its own thing. I've been doing PT for forever,
Yep.
but we always had to sort of like leave them, oh, you got a little bit better. Good luck with that rotator cuff, and
Yep.
hopefully you can get back to the thing. So now it's like really training people
Yep.
and getting them back to whatever it is that they want to do, whether they're an 16-year-old high school kid or an
Yeah.
80-year-old guy who
Yeah.
I just had an 80-year-old guy who climbed part of Antarctica, and he couldn't move his neck when he came to see me. So
Okay.
it's kind of like a combination of everything, but
Yeah.
a lot of people are now hearing that they need to lift weights.
Mhm.
They just don't really know how,
Right.
and they've had an injury, so there's a lot of fear of movement. So
Yep.
it's like teaching people to trust their bodies,
Yeah.
I guess, is one of the
I
biggest
find
things.
that I get these little injuries, and it's just so aggravating.
It is.
Especially as you get older.
Yeah.
It's like, and I try to do everything right. My diet's pretty good overall.
Yeah.
I like drinking wine and beer and some other things
Right.
from time to time. But other than that, I'm pretty clean.
Yeah.
But it is like you get either shoulders, hip.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, our body wants to heal. Like
Right.
our body,
Mhm.
how does our
trying to
body
heal.
heal? It's
Right.
amazing that our bodies can heal from the things that it heals from. It's
Yeah.
just we have to give it the right information
Yeah.
and break from the cycles of posture or doing it wrong or compensating or whatever. And
Yeah.
once we can address those, and usually the body's like, oh wow, I can move well again. What do you
Yeah.
know?
The lifting, it seems like it was all cardio before. Now it's like, hey, you still need that, but you got to keep your muscle tone.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like, because, back when I was playing, it was a lot of more lifting, right? And I lifted everything from head to toe. I wanted my neck to be strong all the way to my calves. And like when you build all those muscles around your spine, right? You support it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you stop, and next thing you know, you got problems
Right.
with your
Right.
spine. It's wild.
Stability. Like
Yeah.
our bodies crave stability.
Yeah.
So if we can't provide that with our muscles, then that's when
Right.
the joints take the impact to
Uh,
provide stability.
Yeah.
And then that's when things break down and wear down and,
Yeah.
all that. So
That's great. All right, CrossFit games. Well, let me
CrossFit
say hi to
Games.
the other guys.
Yeah.
How are you, Luke? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man Tom.
Yeah.
Good to see you. I know you guys are friends.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
go way
Yeah.
back.
All right, CrossFit.
CrossFit Games.
Give me the records that you have in the Olympic
So
style.
in the Olympic lifting, I have the women 45 to 49 record and the clean and jerk in the total.
Okay.
And then for women 50 to 54, I have the snatch, the clean and jerk in the total.
Snatch.
So yeah, that's my favorite lift.
That's the wide one,
That's
right?
the wide arms all the way up
All the
overhead
way
in
up.
one. Yep, yep.
How
yeah.
much do you do?
Well, my lifetime max is 185.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so
Okay.
185. My max clean and jerk's like a 213.
Right.
So
What's your clean and jerk? What do you got?
Nothing.
I don't either.
Yeah,
Trust me.
yeah,
It ain't
yeah.
going anywhere.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like
Right down in my
linear
chair.
movements.
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. We all have our thing, you know.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely. So what have you learned from all your, cheerleading to your CrossFit to the lifting to your business? What has that taught you the
I
most?
think
Jen?
that our bodies are more capable than we give it credit for.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I'm 52 years old,
Yep.
and I'm still doing, all the things. I never thought I'd be doing Olympic lifting and CrossFit and all that at 52. But
Yep.
I mean, I did gymnastics when I was younger, and then I was a diver in college, and yeah, but my gymnastics coach when I was a kid, I remember she turned 50 and she did a back handspring and a cast handstand, and now every year and when I have a birthday, I do a backflip, and
There
I'm going to
you
keep
go.
doing it until I crash and burn and probably break
Yeah,
something.
absolutely.
But just like that, the longevity, I think that longevity is
Yeah.
where we all want to be.
One of my daughter's boyfriend's fathers, who's in his 60s, you know what he does on his birthday every birthday?
What?
He takes a skateboard and does a handstand and goes down the street on his
Oh,
hands.
dang.
That's like his
That's
thing
impressive.
to do.
Yeah.
And they film it every
Yeah.
he showed it to me. I'm like, holy cow, that's pretty impressive.
That's
man.
impressive.
Absolutely.
Skateboards, I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of patients with
Yeah.
skateboard injuries.
No doubt. No doubt. All right. So as far as your patients that come,
Mhm.
is it a cash basis?
It's a
Is it
cash-based
okay.
practice, so people can come to us with a referral or without. In the state of Florida, we can see people without a referral, which
Okay.
is kind of nice. So sometimes people become because they have pain. Sometimes
Yep.
it's because they don't want pain.
Yeah.
It really just sort of depends. But
Recovery's huge.
yeah, it's a
I
big
mean, if you
deal.
want to work out, you can get like stretching or whatever. It's funny, the cold tub craze. So the whole 3-minute whatever, we would be in there for 30 minutes and all the way up to the neck. And let me tell you something, it took all the inflammation to the bone. You could feel it. You get out and then we jump in the hot tub, get the blood going, but you get out after 30 minutes. Now, granted, you're cold, but it's like, man, I don't feel any
Right.
pain at all. Just incredible.
It's interesting though. Did you see there was a study that showed that cold plunge can actually diminish strength gains?
Really?
Like I forget if it's cold plunge before or after, but you're not supposed to cold plunge right around lifting
Yeah.
because it can diminish your strength gains because you need that breakdown of the muscle
Okay.
in order to make gains.
So what
right?
about
That's
ice?
what happens. Same.
Really?
Yeah,
God,
same.
I always voiced.
It's just old, it's like
Yeah.
old school, the
Yeah.
new research that comes out and all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
yeah,
Ice
absolutely.
is not what we thought it was.
Oh, it's not about being the
Really?
card.
Yeah.
So heat over ice?
Heat over movement over
Movement,
everything.
Yeah, movement over everything.
And then
yeah.
heat over ice.
Kung Fu guy, he knows what he's talking
Well,
about.
and it's cool, like just hearing her talk and him, something for all of us at the clinic for us, for her in physical therapy, for him in stretching. It's all about recovery, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's
what can we do to take care of our body so that we can continue doing the things
Yep.
we want to do? And it's 3 different approaches that go hand in hand. So, for us, it's taking a look at it clinically, looking at your genes, talking about things like peptide therapies and GLP-1s, different things that help you with recovery to get you in the right spot, her to physically get you in the right spot, him to keep you stressed out, to keep you going.
Yeah.
So really cool.
And the common thread there is all proactive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making sure that you're doing the things so that you don't get to that point
Right.
where you can't do the things that
Okay.
you love to do.
Let's wrap it up with this. So somebody watching this show right now, the fitness people are like, yeah, I get it. We're into it. How about somebody that's thinking about it, that's not made the move yet? They're hearing stories about these shots, where do I go? What kind of advice would you give somebody that's thinking about changing their life, so to speak, and getting physically fit, if you would?
So it doesn't, people have that concept of fitness. If you get out of bed and it takes you bracing, you can't simple things like touching your toes
Right.
and tying your shoes. That's where you need to start being proactive.
Yep.
So that you can feel better and move better through your life.
Yep.
Even if it's not CrossFit games, or if it's
Yeah,
not
whatever.
going out and golfing,
Yeah.
right? It's just getting up, spending better quality time with the kids and the grandkids.
Yeah.
The proactive
Yeah.
focus here is going to help everybody.
Yeah.
move
And I
forward.
always tell them, like, quit comparing yourself to what you don't forget what other people look like. Just do it for yourself. Do it for you feeling better, right? If you start feeling better, everything else will come and fall into place.
Well, and just start moving, right? Like if
That's
you
it.
just start moving, and if things aren't working properly,
Yeah.
then I think it's assessment,
Yeah.
right? So if you go to Jen, first thing she's going to do is assess where the injuries are, right? You come to us, we're going to assess what is it that you need to work on,
Yep.
right? So it's assessment and then reaction to it, so that you can be proactive.
This guy hits the gym at 5 a.m. every morning.
Yeah.
Him
I
and
have a
Paul
trainer. I
Pislesny
came
hang
from
out at the
Randy
gym.
Warren. I've been with Randy for 5
Yeah,
Oh,
years.
Randy's
Randy's
awesome.
great.
Yeah.
So I train for the physicality of business, and whether it's the coffee pot, but stress. How do you handle stress?
That's right.
A, you have to be comfortable in your skin. B, you've got to be ready for the highs and lows of the day. I mean,
Yep.
the money business, some days are great days, some days are bad days. Sometimes you have to give bad information and bad news.
Yep.
How do you handle that? And your body it needs that fuel to handle the stress.
Yeah, for sure.
And the therapy for me is getting the gray matter firing because my body's moving.
Yep.
The
Yep.
days I don't work out,
Mhm.
I'm a zero.
Yeah,
The
for
days I
sure.
work out,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go.
No
Yeah.
doubt. Well,
That's
my
very
latest
true.
thing, I used to do it a bunch, and we got to wrap it up, but now I got back into it months ago, is heavy bag. I do intervals on the heavy bag. So getting the cardio and getting to knock the crap out of something.
There
it's
you
a
go.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that gets you
No,
nice and
I give a
calm.
couple hammers
There
at the
you
gym.
go.
I get Oklahoma walking.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Best of luck
Yeah.
at
Thank
the
you.
games.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
go
I
win another
appreciate it.
championship,
I'm
will
gonna
you?
try.
Yes.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
the
try.
pride of Duval right here. All right. You can actually check all their profiles out when you at the dailynewsnetwork.com website. When this episode comes out, you'll see it just underneath will be the names of all these great guests. Click on them, you go right to their profile, and you see what they're all about. So until next time, stay safe and be cool. And remember, all of you that are maybe getting started on a fitness program journey, Rome wasn't built in a day. So just go day by day, and before you know it, you'll be feeling better. Till next time, be safe, stay cool out there. We'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth. Cheers.